Hey everyone, welcome to the first episode of the Layman's Aviationist. In this video series, we will cover a multitude of topics, all that correlate with the pre-operation and real-time operation of a plane. This episode will be introductory and will explain some core, base-level knowledge that applies to the plane no matter the conditions. First, let's look at the principles of flight. The principles of flight are four aerodynamic forces that always influence the operation of an aircraft. These four forces are lift, thrust, weight, and drag. Now let's go a bit more in depth. You must be wondering, what in the world is lift? Well, lift is quite a simple concept of the plane gaining altitude during takeoff and in flight. This essentially makes the plane go up. This is influenced by factors such as air pressure, air resistance, and the angle of attack. There are many theories as to how lift is generated. There are two very famous scientists who help explain this natural phenomenon, one being known more than the other, Sir Isaac Newton and Daniel Bernoulli. Bernoulli states that pressure is inversely proportional to speed. Now what this means is that the higher the velocity of the wind, the lower the pressure of the air. Now, on the opposite side, the lower the speed of the air, the higher the pressure of the air. Moving on. Now, the imbalance of forces and magnitude on the different sides of the wing pushes the aircraft up, thus generating lift. Now, in layman's terms, the higher air pressure below the wing quite literally pushes the wings up and therefore brings the entire aircraft up. Thrust is the force exerted by a plane to gain momentum and increase or decrease speed. This is done with the use of an engine. We will get a bit more into that at a later period. Weight is generally looked at as a constant unless there are rare instances of fuel dumps. Weight is caused by gravity. Drag is the coefficient of thrust and is produced because of the air resistance that doesn't flow smoothly over the plane, but rather collides with it. Next, we can look at the different ways an aircraft can move. This is quite straightforward. The three ways a plane can move is pitch, roll, and yaw. Now let's look at different parts of the airplane that influence some of these forces. This is the model of a Cessna 172. We will be focusing on only this airplane as it is the most appropriate for beginners. These are the primary parts of the Cessna 172. The aileron controls banking, which can also be labeled as rolling. The elevator controls the angle of attack of the wing. This allows the plane's nose to point up and down. This is also known as the pitch. The flaps increase the amount of lift produced, as a result, also increases drag. This allows you to take off from short runways. The rudder controls the yaw movement. This function can be labeled as turning. The propeller spins due to it being connected to the spinner. This generates power for it to move forward and gain momentum. The spinner moves by being connected to the power plant, which is the engine of the plane. The fuselage is the main body of an aircraft, since everything connects to it. This concludes the introductory episode. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. Turn your notification bells on for the next videos. And be sure to check out a website I made specially for you guys, and it has a ton of information for the series. Thank you and have a good day.